From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Second and 14. Here's Pollard. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's caught inside the 25.
You don't want none.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Back to 60. Back to 60. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Hey, check that. Check that. Straight.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robert Tonyan with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Patriots.
They run the counter. Pollard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These 2 teams all tied after 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Pollard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit his safety back.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check the backer. Check the backer.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He won't go down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. You got a hand in there to break that one up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Kevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
New England.
Tony Pollard. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Patriots have retaken the lead.
The kicker on.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of. The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
At their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Jets 21, Patriots 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And that'll set them back 5. To to throw again. This complete left side to Aguilar.
The pass.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll bring up a second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down at 6 now from the 42. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Jets 28, Patriots 24.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And a Patriot first down.
Run for Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Got his man. That's Harry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
The ball carrier.
Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys have now moved out in front. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Flushed out right. He's going to look downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give them 32 on the play. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down, and it's Pollard again. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 18-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. This will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 26, check.
This is Coleman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Check. Hey, smash. Right here.
2nd and 4. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 59 mark.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
The kicker on
from 17 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Patriots 37.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now it's Crowder. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
At the 35-yard line.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
1-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Jets 49, Patriots 37.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's complete. Henry. He's at the 30. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
And a Patriot 1st down.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get 14 back, but it leads down to a 3rd down.
But it's 3rd down.
That's complete right around the 8. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Reading.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
49.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Jets, a win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for New England, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's
The Bears are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock.
week, okay? The coaching staff has gone in. We've simplified the game plan. Let's go out here and execute. Hey, we got to execute.
This one is for gold.
Like the way it sounds, Shorty? Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Yo! Half the 60, half the 60.
You